This just in. It's that time again for the wrestling show to take a very cynical look back at representing the WWE and live from the Capital One Arena in Washington, D.C. It's Monday Night Raw. Air date, November the 13th, 2023. This episode is, of course, the Road to Survivor Series. And Survivor Series is the home of War Games. So, let's hit that wonderful music and let's go.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Lip really loves wrestling. He likes to talk about it too. If you like to watch wrestling like he do, come and join us on the wrestling show. On the wrestling show. On the wrestling show. Baby.
Welbo. Welcome to the Wrestling Show. I'm your most fickle host, Lip Hazlewood, and this is a very cynical look back at the latest episode of Monday Night Raw. Now, before we dive into the big show today, just a quick shout out to the non-competitors. They are the glue that holds the building together. First, representing the general manager, it's Adam Pearce. Next, getting all the pre-match interviews and all the backstage scoops, it is, of course, Jackie Redmond. And, of course, heading into the ring with the announcer, letting everybody know who's about to fight and the results of such matches, we've got Samantha Irving. And last, but certainly not least, it's the commentary crew. It's the play-by-play guys, the hosts, and I even call them the narrators of the whole damn show. They are a team of... He's my personal favorite. And I think he's one of the best out there in general. He's, I believe, a future Hall of Famer. He's a man with a raspy yet soothing voice. I believe, hyper-intelligent. Well, anyways, he's very intelligent. He seems very intelligent to me. I got a personal man crush on this guy, clearly. It's Wade Barrett. And backing up Wade Barrett, as usual, it's the man with over 25 years of experience. It's Michael Cole. Now, without any further ado-dos, let's get started with the show. And we start with, oh my goodness, oh my lord.
Wrestling has more than one royal family.
That's right. It's Cody Rhodes to start the show.
I got a rumbling in my bowels, and I think I'm gonna blow. There's a bathroom stall, I'm finally here. The toilet's there, I'm about to blow. I ate 5 tacos before the show. Shut the door and I sit down on the throne. Oh, whoa, I was never potty trained when I was younger. My father was never there. I did a poo today, don't have to do.
That's right. We got Cody Rhodes coming down there. And he's got a lot to say. First of all, he's, I'm Cody Rhodes, and I would like to talk, and what would you like to talk about, Washington, D.C.? And Cody Rhodes talks about, of course, memories and making memories and stuff like that, moments and whatnot. And tonight he says another memory he wants to make is the fact that Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso will be making memories by reclaiming the Tag Team Championship gold from Judgment Day. But as for now, Judgment Day and Cody Rhodes got some business to take care of over at Survivor Series, War Games. They got a War Game match on. So, Cody Rhodes, I guess he wants to get everybody on the same page, so he gets his team out. He calls out his team, that's right. First off, it's, I love cheese mousse with my French bread, cheese mousse with my French bread, cheese mousse with my French bread, When I fill my belly up, I usually just go to bed. Ooh, that's right. Jey Uso comes out there with theme song by me, baby. And of course, it's doot 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 doot. Whoa 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 whoa. Sami Zayn comes out there, and then last but not least, it is boom boom boom. Whoa 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 whoa. I won't be doing this for the whole show. Just singing. But it's Seth Rollins. And everybody sings his song, baby. Sings his song. You know, so they're trying to get on the same page, apparently. Cody Rhodes trying to get on the same page, saying how the relationship between Sami Zayn has been good from the start. Jey Uso, it just got good. But Seth Rollins, their relationship is not good. Seth Rollins does not care for Cody Rhodes. Not just yet, anyway. Now, before they can set anything up, talk about anything really, we got ourselves a little bit of Judgment Day. It's you know, Finn Balor, Damien Priest, Dominic, and
Well, your
JD.
mom told me the other day that you're never home for pie. So I promised her in early May I'll make a pie.
That's right, the Judgment Day. And like I say, it's Finn Balor, Damien Priest, Dominic Mysterio, and JD McDonough. And they're talking about first, they're saying that who'd win in this match? Damien Priest like, oh, well, you guys are just a group of random guys. We're a family. We're a happy family. He didn't say that, but he says we're a family, and we got, you know, our chance of winning are better because of that. And, you know, the whole thing, they're cutting each other down. You know, they're building up the whole thing for the Survivor Series. And it comes down to this. Seth Rollins is enough to talking. Time for the fighting. We're all dressed. Most of us are dressed for a fight. Most of us anyways. You know. So when he calls for a match, he wants a tag team match right then and there. He wants Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins himself to fight Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough. Because after all, there is a tag team match later on tonight, and that's the other two going to be in it. So of course, this is the other remaining two of the Judgment Day. He wants to take them on, and takes them on right away. And during the commercial break, it is the general manager, Adam Pearce. He makes it so, like Captain Picard, make it so. So he does. And yes, the match. Now, before we get on to the match, one thing I gotta say about WWE tag teams, other than NXT's pretty darn good. The WWE regular tag teams, they don't care about tag ropes. Tag ropes don't matter. Refs don't care if you use tag ropes or not. Refs are pretty much there just to count 1, 2, 3, or the submission. That's it. You know, they don't disqualify. They don't do that stuff. It's not in refs' genes. It's ridiculous. So yeah, tag ropes don't matter. I think for sure this they should have proved it that maybe they shouldn't use tag ropes at all. Now, tag ropes are used now and then, but that's ridiculous to say, oh, we would use it now and then, not all the time. Come on, it's either all the time or never. I'd say they use the ropes are, not ropes, but the floor itself is zoned out. So you've got a proper tag zone. If you're in a tag zone, you can tag in and out without the ropes. Who needs ropes? I think that's how it should be done. So yeah, I mean, like the only people who really tagged was, you know, every now and then, Seth Rollins would use the ropes, and JD McDonough. You know, everybody else just don't care. Rope rules? What rules? Are there rules in this match? Doesn't seem so. So here we go. Halfway during the match, it gets so bad that JD McDonough and Dominic Mysterio decide to take a powder, decide to leave. But it's, of course, you know, Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins go out there, retrieve them, throw them back in the ring there. And they go on some more. They fight on some more. You know, you got some, even a double, tangent, tope suicida. That's right. When the Judgment Days are outside the ring, they throw them outside the ring again, and they do a double tandem tope suicida. Now, it's like, okay, whose tope suicida is better? At the same time now, they're both great at, high flying. Seth Rollins chooses between the second and third rope, flies through it. Sami Zayn, over the top, baby. The hardest, most complicated tope out there. This is Ricochet level, baby. So yeah, the match goes on. It's a lot of fun, I gotta say. Now we got a point here. It's Seth Rollins gets tagged in the ring, and he starts beating up some Dominic Mysterio. They fight onto the ropes there, and then that's where JD McDonough decides to hold down Seth Rollins. Now, technically, that's a disqualifying move there, because the referees, this is cheating, straight up cheating. So, referee, there's nowhere near someone's decide to distract a referee for this cheat, I mean, is it just getting lazy? Who knows? Yes. So, Sami Zayn had it. He pulls off, JD McDonough, rams him head first into the ring post. That's it for enough for JD. They fight inside the ring for more bit. And so, because this beat where, Sami Zayn and Seth Rollins win. So, of course, Dominic Mysterio, he gets buckle bombed, getting ready for the big corner stomp. But here's where everything goes out of hand. This is where Finn Balor and, Damien Priest come in there and take out Seth Rollins, pulls him from the ring, and beat him up. And that's where it gets a DQ happens, disqualification. This match does not end like with the natural. Natural does not have a natural ending. It is disqualification. So it was a lot of fun. 10.5 minutes of this. Good wrestling until the ending, until disqualification. And then, of course, we got ourselves a brouhaha, because now we got ourselves almost the entirety of Judgment Day out there. Actually the entirety of Judgment Day, because Rhea Ripley's out there too. And then we got ourselves Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso jump in the fray, start fighting. So you got yourself a big brawl happening outside the ring. Everybody's all fighting. And then Adam Pearce and a bunch of officials come out there. They've had it. Adam Pearce's word is like, we got another match coming up here. And it's going to be for the tag team championship. And we can't have it happening like this. We got to have a finish for this match. We got to have a proper ending. So in this match here, we're going to have everybody who's not involved with the tag match to be not just barred from ringside, barred from the stadium. So he puts his foot down right there. And then they go to break. When they get back from break, it is Rhea Ripley arguing with Adam Pearce, arguing who is actually in charge. Is the Judgment Day in charge of Raw? But Adam Pearce saying, I am the general manager of Raw. I am in charge of Raw. That's that. And then Zoe Stark's music hits, so she comes down to the ring there. And she's got a match with Rhea Ripley coming up shortly, And so she's setting him there by saying that, you got so much on the plate, Rhea Ripley. You just can't handle, that's where I'm going to beat you, because you got so much to think about. You won't see me coming, so to speak. But Rhea Ripley, you don't understand. I might be doing a lot of things, juggling a lot of things, but I'm bloody Rhea bloody Ripley. She said something in the lines like that. I'm Rhea bloody Ripley. And yeah. She can handle all of it. The dead mother of the Judgment Day, of course. So, of course, they fight for a little bit. They try to fight. But Rhea Ripley escapes the ring. Escapes! And it's like Zoe Stark's, I got me eye on you. With no accent, because she doesn't have an accent. Now, speaking of accents, we got ourselves Shinsuke Nakamura with this segment, talking about someone's end. Someone's going to get seriously punished. But he doesn't say who it is going to be. But someone... It ends by the hands of Shinsuke Nakamura. And after that, we go backstage. A little bit of the Cody Rhodes. He has a couple of things to say to Seth Rollins. He wants to clear the air for the War Games. It's like, you may not like me. He's like, no, I don't like you. I probably never will like you. But I do respect you. So respect's going on around there. So for War Games, it will be ego aside, and we can be a team. We can be a team for War Games. That's Survivor Series. So that's good. So next up, we got ourselves our very first match. Actually, very second match. It is representing the Alpha Academy. It's Otis. And with Otis, is of course, it's the Alpha Academy of Chad Gabla, rhymes with Tabla, Maxine Dupri, and Akira Zawa, because he's a meme right now, versus Shinsuke Nakamura. No one backing him up. But of course, it is the Alpha Academy. They don't cheat, so you won't be worried about getting your foot tripped, because they won't do it. It's like the chase you goody two shoes out there, So they fight. Now here's the thing. No matter how good Shinsuke Nakamura is, he gets those shots, he gets strikes in there, but it's Otis. He's the guy. He's a much bigger guy. He just picks him up and slams him down. Every time Shinsuke Nakamura gets some momentum, he gets slammed down. Otis even tries to go for the caterpillar, but Shinsuke slides out of the ring there. Otis slams Shinsuke out of the ring. Shinsuke is getting a label. He's getting squashed. He's getting flattened, but Shinsuke's got a tank on him like no other. He can squash him, crush him, squash him. He'll get back up. He's like a zombie man. He's like a zombie man. But here we go. Like I say, every time Shinsuke tries to get the upper hand, it is Otis. He picks him up and slams him down. Just slams him down. And then the feast of the resistance is Otis actually gets the caterpillar down and finishes with the elbow drop, squashes Shinsuke Nakamura. Even picks him up for the world's strongest slam. Shinsuke kicks out of it. He keeps on kicking out. Shinsuke cannot be stopped. You can beat him up, but you can't finish him. Otis then goes to the second ropes for a big old Vader bomb. Big old splash off the second rope. Big old Vader bomb splash. But as Shinsuke puts his feet up, whammo! Collects Otis on his face. And then he climbs to the second rope with a Kinshasa. Off the second rope, bashes Otis. Otis tries to, brush it off. Then Shinsuke drop kicks the back of his knees, drops down Otis some more. With one more Kinshasa. But it's in it for Otis. He then goes for a third Kinshasa. Then that puts it out for Otis. It is done for. And then, Shinsuke Nakamura gets into the face of, Chad Gable, for that's his next person to beat. So it is true. Shinsuke Nakamura, after being at the top with Seth Rollins, losing to Seth Rollins, now dropped all the way down to the bottom. He had to beat Akira Tozawa. Now he beat Otis. Now he has to beat Chad Gable. Wow. But it is what it is. So now backstage, we have ourselves a little bit of Drew McIntyre giving some kudos to Seth Rollins with a big old victory over at Crown Jewel. He gives him kudos over being a great champion, really good champion. And one day, with a lot of hard work and a lot of dedication, Drew McIntyre looks to get back on top of the totem pole for a rematch, a possible rematch in the future. And they shake hands like good buddies, like, bygones be bygones. Hey, let's be professional friends. Professionally, of course. And then next up, we got ourselves a big old match. Big old match. It is, of course, Piper Niven versus Tegan Nox. Piper Niven versus Tegan Nox. Now, with Piper Niven is the great Chelsea Green. Now they are combined to make the tag team champions of the women's division. And with Tegan Nox is Natalya Bret Hart, wearing her best of berets. It's my beret. I'm Canadian, and berets are Canadian. Oh, oui, oui. Anyways, she didn't say any of that. Anyways, this match here, Tegan Nox, I thought she was more injured because she was injured enough so she missed a tag team, a championship opportunity with Natalya. Something happened there, whether she was really injured or she just wasn't there. But anyway, so Tegan Nox is back from her so-called injury. And this match here was about, almost 5 minutes, close to 5 minutes. So it was pretty respectable, I suppose. Pretty respectable. Piper Niven just absolutely smashing the holy hell out of Tegan Nox for a bit with the massive santons, just crushing her. Doesn't get the victory though. Gets a massive, the shoulder breaker. Some great moves. But Tegan Nox turns things around. She gets a flying knee on, Piper Niven. Now here's where things all fall apart a little bit in the match. It's Chelsea Green. She sees her partner in trouble, so she jumps onto the apron. She gets, Tegan Nox's attention. Tegan Nox all complaining, "What are you doing over here? Get off the ring, you silly you." So she gets him complaining. The referee goes over there and she starts arguing too. And then it's Natalya. Her beret gets her all beret up in the arms, and so she starts walking down, Chelsea, because in the ring it's Piper Niven taking full advantage and crushing down Tegan Nox with a massive lariat. So yeah, this Natalya, she's getting all frustrated with Chelsea. Ends up tackling Chelsea, just pushing Chelsea off the ring apron there. With her heels, it could be bad on her ankles. I'm telling you what. So she falls off there, and then Piper Niven, she crashes Natalya off the ring apron, just poof, knocks her off. Then she turns her attention to Tegan Nox. She goes for a massive high cross body, or basement high cross on Tegan, misses completely. And then Tegan turns things around with a massive shining wizard, the shiniest of wizard. And then, before she can get a pin, Piper Niven puts her foot on a rope. That wasn't the end of Piper Niven, which was very interesting. It carries on. The match carries on. Piper Niven, they do a thing where, Tegan Nox tries to go for a sunset flip roll-up on Piper Niven. Doesn't get her over. Piper Niven tries to go for a sit-down senton, misses Tegan Nox. Tegan again goes for a crucifix roll-up. And that's it. Piper Niven gets rolled up. The backwoods, so to speak. Piper Niven taking it in the rear because it is the most embarrassing way to lose a match. That's what I think. A roll-up, really. Anyways, we go backstage. We go backstage with some Jackie Redmond and The Miz. And your question is, what drives you to dethrone Gunther? And Miz says, why? A bus. A bus drives me. It drives me here. It drives me there. Miz is such a comedian. He is hilarious. Anyways, he says he looks to put respect and restore the respect on the Intercontinental Championship title. And I think, Gunther has already done that. Although it would be better if Gunther actually wrestles like once a month rather than once every couple. Champions in the WWE is it's like they're from the UFC. Like, this is real fighting, so they take months off. Quite literally now. So anyways, while that's happening, it's Mr. Ivar. Now they got a match for the number one contendership. Ivar versus Miz tonight. So Ivar comes in there and he talks about what a joke he feels the Miz is. You're a clown, you're a joke. He's about, you look past this match, you look past me, and you're going to lose. You're not going to Survivor Series. And then Bronson Reed comes in there. And he talks about how they're both lucky. How Gunther is lucky that Bronson Reed's not in there because he would win, stuff like that. And he gets right in the face of Ivar. And Ivar, with the face wash, with a pie face, he pie faces Bronson Reed. And you do not pie face Bronson Reed. Because it just does not end. It does not end for you well. Even though Ivar is a big man, he can handle himself. But yeah. And what's that? Valhalla was by them too. Face all painted up. Looking like Hawkman. With the most incredible body on a Hawkman. Great. Okay, anyways. So now we go to our next match. It is a tag team. No, not tag team. It's a one-on-one match. Representing DIY, I don't even want to say DIY, is do it yourself. Do it yourself. It is Tomasso Ciampa with Johnny Gargano at his side versus Ludwig Kaiser of Imperium with Giovanni Vinci by his side. Now this match was pretty good. Was almost 7 minutes in length, so it was a good, respectable length. Respectable. Now it was hard hitting too. Hard hitting, like Tomasso Ciampa got slapped so hard his scum shot right out of his mouth. You can't chew gum while our match is on. Pa! Now comes to a point here. It's a really weird situation here. When the ref doesn't see something, it doesn't happen. And the ref did not see this one. It is, what's that? Tomasso Ciampa. He hits those ropes there for Continental. He goes for Continental there. And when he hits those ropes, well, it is Giovanni Vinci. He grabs the leg. He stalls, what's that? Tomasso Ciampa for a second there. And then just enough for Giovanni Vinci or Ludwig Kaiser to take over, knock him down. And then, of course, Johnny Gargano says, hey, he swiped his leg. Look he took his leg. And then the referee's like, oh, I believe you completely. I didn't see it, but I believe you. And then he kicks out. Giovanni Vinci gets kicked out. I couldn't believe it. The match goes on, and Ludwig Kaiser, he starts taking over a lot. He gets, Ciampa on his shoulders for fireman's carry to a rolling, calls it a rolling driver. The fireman's carry cartwheel driver. So it's a rolling driver. Rolling driver says, Wade Barrett. Anyways, we got a point here where Kaiser wants to put it away. He goes on his second ropes there. He jumps off and gets met in the face with a knee. Knee to the face. And before anything can happen, it is, Giovanni Vinci. He runs back into the ring there. Runs back to the ring to take out Johnny Gargano. Now, the referee could have easily have stopped the match. Say, okay, you were ejected from the ring here. Disqualification. Ludwig Kaiser loses because of Giovanni Vinci broke the rules. But he takes out Johnny Gargano with a big old kick to the face. And before, Tomasso Ciampa knows when anything's happening, he gets rolled up. He gets rolled up, schoolboy style, backwoods style. That's right, 2 people in a row. Lose by roll up. Taking it in the rear is Tomasso Ciampa. That's how it is. So then with that, we go backstage again with the Judgment Day. For them, Damien Priest, Dominic Mysterio, Finn Balor, Rhea Ripley about, so what you said about you're the leader of Judgment Day? And Rhea's like, how about this? How about at Survivor Series War Game, you can be the leader at War Games. After that, it's me, baby, the Den Mother, Rhea Ripley, as usual, to take over again. She didn't say that, but she did say that Damien Priest is the honorary leader of Judgment Day at War Games. And of course, they talk about JD McDonough. I always say I'm DJ for some reason. JD McDonough, and now he's done enough that he has a big War Games match at War Games, at Survivor Series with the Judgment Day. So it's a time to become JD McDonough, become the newest member of the Judgment Day. And Damien Priest like, I'll do that. So now next up is a singles match. It is in women's division. It's Xia Lee versus Indie Hartwell. Now with Indie Hartwell, it is her best friend, Candice LeRae, who gives her some moral support, who was knocked out the other week by Xia Lee with a roundhouse kick. A really lame looking kick to the head, which knocked Candice LeRae for a loop. And I'm sure they set up Indie Hartwell to know that this kick's going to happen, so prepare yourself. Does she prepare herself? We'll find out. So this match was Xia Lee. Her wrestling skills, I think, is at a very low level. She's punching kick style, really, So she punches and kicks, Indie Hartwell to a corner, whatnot. Indie Hartwell does turn things around with a questionable spine buster. Not sure what kind of spine buster it was, but it was lame looking. This match it happened. It was okay. It was good. Fun. Let me say it was fun. So it comes down to this. Xia Lee ends up, eyeing up Indie Hartwell for the big spin kick, and she does it. Spin kick to Indie Hartwell. She gets up kind of, and she's all like, whoa, whoopsie, she all tipsy and terpsy. And the referee decides, nope, that can't go on. And he calls for the match. I'm like, well, that's it. This match was 2.5 minutes. Like, wow. They're really setting up Xia Lee as the next, I guess, powerhouse. She's got the super kick. She's got a bionic foot. I heard it was a child. She broke her foot so severely she needs she needs metal pins. You know, titanium pins in her feet. That's why her feet are so powerful. Anyways, who knows what their excuse is going to be. And then it's Becky Lynch. She decides, you know what? Becky Lynch comes out there. It's like, you attacked me last week. Now you said you want to fight on your terms. Now it's my terms. So she runs out there. She wants to fight Xia Lee. So Becky Lynch comes in there. They try to fight. Becky Lynch tries to get the manhandle slam, but it is Xia Lee pushes off and escapes the ring and says, it's my term, my term. And they go, come on now. If it was if you would have fought when Becky Lynch wanted to fight you, it would have been for a championship gold. It would have been for a championship match. But because you want on your terms, now Becky Lynch is no longer champion. And this match, what does it mean? It's just for pride? Whatever. You could have had gold. You could have had a golden opportunity there. Turning it down. Speaking of golden opportunities, we got ourselves a little bit of Gunter. Gunter talking to, congratulating The Miz. Now this could have been taped anytime, anywhere. You know. But anyways, this talk with The Miz and about congratulations, Miz, on winning the Fatal 4-Way. This was definitely a surprise to everybody. It's like, oh, that's hilarious. A surprise to everybody. So anyways, it comes down to this. I wish you good luck on your match with Ivar, But remember, whatever happens to you there won't compare to the beatings I'm going to give to you. It's like so true. I don't think Miz ever got slapped in the chest so hard that the pores his hair follicle pores would just squirt blood. I think he's going to bleed. Chest's going to bleed at Survivor Series. Anyways, it's going to be a tough haul for The Miz. So here we go. Next up, we have go backstage, and it's with the Zoe Stark. She's back there with some Shayna Baszler and Raquel Rodriguez, giving her some support about good luck for her match coming up. So yeah, this is gonna be good because she's got a big hill to climb against Rhea Ripley. But then we got ourselves a party pooper. It's Nia Jax comes in there and she's talking about, lucky that, I could beat everybody up. You. And Raquel gets in her face like, well, if you could beat us all up, why aren't you champion right now? Why aren't you the champion right now, huh? So they get in each other's face. So that's going to be something big. For another week, it's going to be Raquel versus Nia Jax. That's right. This should be interesting. Should be interesting to see. Next up, we got ourselves a little one-on-one match. It's representing the Viking Raiders. It's Ivar with Valhalla. Now, Valhalla, she's a good wing person, I suppose. I guess she's like the feral one. She's all woman out there, a feral woman out there. She looks great, the most sexiest woman in Raw. Anyways, what is this? Ivar versus The Miz. And this one here is for a number one contendership for the, I think it is. For the, no, Miz is already doing, I'm not sure what's going on with here. It's just a regular match. Miz versus Ivar, because, after the match, where the Fatal 4-Way match, Miz won. Ivar attacked Miz. So I guess this is some revenge, I guess. So this means nothing. I just assumed it was a number one condition. But, that's what you hate when you assume. You just look like an absolute fool. So anyways, this match goes on. Ivar is a bigger guy. He starts smashing down the Miz. Every time Miz attempts to get some offense going on, he gets slammed down. They fight outside the ring there. This very sexy Valhalla gets in the face. She does her thing. Her feral. She's absolute feral. Damn. So she runs up, she makes her poses there, Miz gets squashed outside with a basement high cross Just really squash him. Now, this should have been over there, This is some serious moves. But this is all about The Miz and how much punishment he can endure. This is about how much he can take and that he can carry on, just like Shinsuke Nakamura did earlier on against, Otis. So Miz takes on a lot of punishment. Now Miz also, here's one move. It's a tilt-a-whirl. He gets the tilt-a-whirl. He throws around. And he ends with a tornado DDTs Ivar. Now, Ivar, that shows how great Ivar is. Ivar is a huge talent. Now, without Ivar's fullest involvement with this move, this tilt-a-whirl DDT would not have happened. Looked great. Ivar made Miz look like a champion. Looked like an absolute boss. Now, of course, we had this move here. It's where Ivar, it's like a twisting. He grabs him, in the world's strongest slam, he twists around and then slams him down. I call it that. Michael Cole says it's a sidewalk slam. This wasn't a sidewalk slam. Not even close to a sidewalk slam, other than it was a slam. This was a world's strongest slam, tornado style, twisting style. Michael Cole, you are wrong, sir. Anyways, goes on. We got something that's... Now, Miz also does a tornado, a tornado bulldog in the match. Now, where is that there? Yeah. But before that happens, we got ourselves a little bit of, Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed joins the match. While they're all going up. He ends up grabbing a seat and sitting by the commentating area. They fight for a bit there. They even fight outside the ring for a bit. And, the referee doesn't care how long they're outside the ring for. They're out there for quite a while. Anyways, Miz, he gets, what's that? He gets the Tyler Driver. He gets Tyler Drivered out there inside the ring. I couldn't believe Ivar, Tyler Drivers, the Miz, double underhook, flips him up, pout, beautiful. Now, of course, Ivar tries to put it away with he tries to do the Bronco Buster, onto the Miz, but Miz moves and he just misses with that. The Miz, that's when he gets the tornado. It was Tino Bull though, but he ends up getting a DDT later on. The Miz DDT, and then he gets the yes kicks going on, and then here's where it gets weird, where Valhalla tries to help. Ivar pushes Miz off. Referee decides to check on Ivar for some reason. Hey, don't hit a person on the throat. And the Miz, falls outside for a little bit. His head goes outside the ring there. And Valhalla gives her a good old punch. One extra good old-fashioned punch to the face. And then, the big spot. Miz tried to get the old, skull-crushing finale on the second rope. And that's where the match should have ended for the Miz. Where Ivar, with the world's most strongest slam off the second rope, squashes the Miz. Miz kicks out of the world's strongest slam off the second rope. A super world's most powerful slam. That should have ended it. Hands down, without a doubt. But it didn't. Miz kicks out of it. Ivar then goes to the top rope for his moonsault. His patented moonsault off top would have ended it. Then that's where, Bronson Reed comes in there. He distracts Ivar. That's where the end sequence comes in. Miz gets under Ivar with the powerbomb. Sets his feet up on the top rope. The referee goes down for the count. The referee's in perfect view of the whole thing. He can see the Miz's feet. Easy. Decides not to. Miz wins the match. Of course, Miz was going to win it because he's got this big match against Gunther. And there's no way Miz is going to go towards the Gunther match with a loss. He needs to have momentum. After the match, Ivar gets attacked by Bronson Reed. He gets smashed down. And then it's the tsunami. Ivar gets tsunamied. So this is going to be a match in the future. This is going to be one hell of a match. Now, they fought before in the Fatal 4-Way match. But I think they deserve a match on their own, and they will get it. Ivar versus Bronson Reed will be a banger. Absolute banger. I hope I hope it becomes like a rubber match, They each fight each other more than once. Becomes a battle. I think it'd be good. Even though it's really for nothing. Just for the biggest man. Who knows? But it's going to be good. Bronson Reed versus Ivar. I'm looking forward to it at least. Yep. Then after the big old splash, it's Valhalla. She throws herself on top of Ivar, protecting his body. You know. Big Spoon here protecting Little Spoon. That's right, I said that. That's right. Then it's Bronson Reed takes a powder. And then we go backstage. It's with our very own Judgment Day. Damien Priest and JD McDonough talks about their history, then talks about the future, and he gives him the welcoming gift to Judgment Day, which is JD's own personal leather jacket. He's got his own personal leather jacket, JD. Mm-hmm. I guess they made it for him. You know, and Finn Balor comes in there and it's like, hey, everything's good, yes. And then after that, this gets hilarious. We got the little the Imperium. Gunther, he's talking to, Giovanni Vinci. Talks about the great work he did. It's hilarious because Giovanni Vinci was he was getting all the slack, losing all the time. Gunther getting very upset with his work. But this time he's very happy with what Giovanni did. Without you, we would not have won the match without you. You won the match for Imperium. That's what you won the match for Imperium. And he turns to face, Ludwig Kaiser. Very disappointed in him, even though Ludwig Kaiser got the win. But it was, regardless. It was hilarious how things turn. Ludwig Kaiser, it's all hairy for him now. It's hilarious. And speaking of hilarious, we go backstage. It is Otis. He's all upset. He lost, And Chad Gable and Meme Zawa try to cheer him up. And then we got ourselves the Creed brothers. They want to train together. But Chad Gable thinks the Gable method's working. But we all know the Creed method is much better. But while that goes on, the, New Day comes in there. They start jabbing away. But it comes down to this. It is, what's that, Maxine Dupree and Ivy Nile getting together. Now, this could possibly be a tag team, Ivy Nile and Maxine. Maybe. After all, the women's tag division in general in the WWE is trash. So anything helps. Now, this could be a temporary thing, or, well, right now it's going to be temporary. Anyways, moving on to our main event match. It is for the Tag Team Championship. The Universal Tag Team Championship. Now, defending their belts is, of course, your very own... Judgment Day. Now, Judgment Day versus your very own, Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. Now, this was about 19 minutes. I throw the music on, but I already did the music stuff already. So this match here is about 19 minutes. This was, like I say, tag ropes. It doesn't matter. The referee doesn't care if they're using tag ropes or not, and they don't use tag ropes fairly at all. Jey Uso uses the tag ropes now and then. Actually, Jey Uso is the one that uses tag ropes. Everybody else, they don't care. It's ridiculous. Every now and then they might use it, but the Judgment Day. But it's just, a lot of fun, this match. It was a lot of fun when it comes down to it. 19 minutes of fun. People wrestling. Now, Cody Rhodes, he's got his problem. Every time Jey Uso is in the ring with Finn Balor, a lot of times when they're in the ring, Jey Uso, Finn Balor, Cody Rhodes comes in there and fights Damien Priest. Come out, let's do this. This is not interesting enough. Come on, let's fight. Not once. Not twice he did that. Cody Rhodes just walks in the ring and just, come on, Damien, let's fight. It's like, this match is lame. I'm not in the match yet. So he does that again. And then when finally Cody Rhodes does get tagged in, he gets this, Damien Priest, he does this move. It's like the Styles Clash, except inverted. So he gets someone into a tombstone pile driver. And he does a front bump. So he just drops forwards like the Styles Clash. Wade Barrett's like, that happened. Not really like that. It's like he's not really quite sure if that was a mistake or not, or if that was what he was supposed to do. So yeah, we marry on. It's Jey Uso gets tagged back in, and Jey Uso now he does his maneuver where he whips off his shirt with one hand and does a punch. The first time he did it was tough because he used his wrong arm. He's like, oh, not getting off, struggling with the shirt. But he switched arms this time, whoosh, off he goes. And punching he does. So yeah, again, Cody Rhodes decides to jump into the ring there, takes out some Damien Priest again, like what he does usually. Now, well, no, he didn't do that. Cody Rhodes gets tagged in. He takes out the Judgment Day by himself. And then Jey Uso then tags in, and he takes out Judgment Day too by himself, both of them. So they do some serious damage on both of them by themselves. Jey Uso does go for a big old Uso splash on, Damien Priest. Doesn't get it. Now, here we go. Near the end of the match here. Damien Priest has Jey Uso at his mercy. He's going for a South of Heaven chokeslam. He goes back for a tag. He tags in Finn Balor. He goes for a South of Heaven, but Jey Uso escapes the South of Heaven. Cody Rhodes then comes back into the ring. It's like, really? And then he gives Damien Priest the Cody Rhodes move, the crossroads. And then it's Jey Uso, I guess, spears Finn Balor, And then it becomes a finishing move. Will Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso regain their belts? Because they get the Cody Rhodes cutter and the one and done. And they do it in perfection this time. They hit, Finn Balor with it. Big time. But it is Damien Priest. He breaks up the pin. Cody Rhodes then throws out Damien Priest, throws him out of the ring, and then follows up with a massive tope suicida. Massive tope. You would think that would knock out Damien Priest, but actually, that just enrages Damien Priest. You don't tope suicida me! That's it, I'm angry! And he throws him headfirst into the ring post. I guess the post falls apart a little bit. And then the South of Heaven chokeslams him right onto the hardest part of the apron. A 5-inch slam right onto the apron there. And then, of course, after that, Jey Uso tries to take advantage. He tope suicidas over the top rope, squashing both Damien Priest and Finn Balor. Picks up Finn Balor, throws him into the ring there, tries to help him out, tries to take him out there. But the referee, he decides to turn his back on everything that's happening outside the ring with Jey Uso. And that's when everything goes upside down. All haywire, so to speak. It is Drew McIntyre. He makes his appearance there. And then one hell of a Claymore kick. You're not going to win this one. Now I'm going to show you what it feels like to lose your chance at winning the belt. Claymore kick. Throws him into the ring there. Finn Balor goes for a quick pin. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Then it showed out the big picture. Rhea Ripley's out there. And Drew McIntyre. And Drew McIntyre, is he the newest member of Judgment Day? But who knows? It's looking bad for everybody. Judgment Day with the new member, so to speak. Drew McIntyre.
Well, you're my...
So I think that's going to be good, probably. Drew McIntyre there now. With the tag team championship, they can move to SmackDown, and Drew McIntyre can go for Roman Reigns' title and perhaps beat Roman Reigns and become the new champion. Because I think, let's face it, Drew McIntyre, he's champion material, and I think he should be champion of SmackDown. And with that said, that ends it for today's episode of Raw. For this week, for our podcast listeners, that's stay tuned for after this break. We'll have some NXT. But for our YouTube audience member, that's it for today. Stay tuned for another episode of The Wrestling Show. I'm your host, Lip Hazlewood, saying, see you next time.